So I know what's gonna come out in the cards. I don't know how this is gonna work. If you want to take a deep breath, you can. And then obviously let it go. So I have no idea what's gonna come out in the cards. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is useful to you. I'm at the beach. The sun is rising, I guess. Traditionally, I think. Okay. So I feel like I've been talking a lot about faith and trust the last few videos, and I just got an affirmation on my phone saying I trust the process or something like that. So that's the opening message, I guess, for us. Trusting the process, trusting that your efforts will not go in vain. I'm not pulled a card yet, but first card, you're very close to achieving a goal. Keep this moving. And so once again, the energy of trusting the process, having faith in the process, knowing that things usually get better, or that you know that things usually get a lot worse before they get better, you know. And obviously, I don't know the details of your situation, obviously, but like generally, that's just kind of how it goes. Like a lot of people would tell you things get a lot worse before they get better. I feel like that's kind of the energy that you're in. Your conclusions are with the news. Luck is on your side, and so of course, naturally, whatever you're going through is temporary because everything's temporary. You know, I'm in two places at once. Live stream and myself. Just going on for this here. What do we need to know? I am seeing a bird again. This came through yesterday. I don't know when I'll post this video, but last time I did a video, there was a bird. There was like a dove, and it was like the energy of like soaring high. I couldn't get it out too, and that was like a thing. It was like a whole thing. Welcome to this journey. Yeah, really cool to be really. So what's going on for others? Hello. I had to pause it. Hello. Welcome to this journey. What's up? Come on. Okay. It's getting really windy. It's getting motherfucking windy. Okay. Okay. Alright, okay, so it's getting kind of windy. Oh my goodness. Okay. What's going on? Why the frick? Spirit, what the heck? Good morning, welcome to this journey. If you want to like the live, that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. Show your appreciation and not just be a weirdo watcher, you know, right? Good morning, hello. It's getting all windy. It's getting all windy. I don't know how to finish this. I'm watching it back. I'm listening to it back to make sure that the audio is okay. Because if the wind affects the audio, which it usually doesn't, but sometimes it does. Yeah, because I didn't bring the mic. I don't have a mic. If you know. I haven't been using the mic. I love seeing men do tarot. Well, I love seeing people pay me. Do you want to send me a donation? I'm kidding. Thank you for your presence. I appreciate you. Hope you have a nice day. Good morning. Okay, I'm gonna just go back to recording. I don't know. Hopefully the wind isn't a fucking issue. Okay, I'm gonna just pull cards and then I'm gonna talk because I'm gonna okay. So it's getting really windy. I hope that the audio is okay. Okay, we have a Chariot card and the Seven of Wands. So I do see somebody moving forward. I do see somebody moving towards a goal. One's getting very close to achieving a goal, but like it doesn't feel that way. I feel once again you're kind of in the energy of like things get worse before they get better. That's kind of the energy that you're in. It's like things have gotten really intense, really chaotic probably for you recently. And it's been a test, a challenge for you to kind of like keep your faith, keep your hope alive. We do have the Knight of Wands also. This could be a person. I feel like there's a person that you're dealing with who's kind of like in the Knight of Wands energy. Obviously, I don't know all the details, but like your intuition has been telling you something about this person and you haven't really been listening for the most part, and I would definitely encourage you to listen to that, so that way they're both in the you know what I'm saying? Also, both, we have two major arcana coming out, so Seven of Swords here. For some of you, I feel like you're really, like you're working on some big things, and there's somebody in your energy, somebody who wants to come into your energy, who wants to distract you, and like quite honestly, it's like a fly kind of like messing with, like I don't know how to say it. It's like the energy of like a fly just buzzing in your ear. It's like, can you get the fuck away from me? You know what I mean? Like that sort of energy. And once again, I don't know all the details. This could be like a family member, this could be a coworker, this could be a friend, this could be a lot of different things, but that's the energy that comes through. For some of you, it might be internal sabotage. It might be yourself feeling uncomfortable with the success that you're creating, and like, you know, self-sabotaging. That could also be a thing. What's going on for whoever's in front of me? What do we need to know? We have the Queen of, what is this? Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Two of Swords, and the Star card. I don't know what that notification was, but we have a notification here. Two of Swords, Queen of Wands. This could be your energy. You could be fighting with somebody about like some sort of goal or some sort of dream. Once again, it's the energy of somebody who's working really hard towards something relatively big. And then there's people, or there's a person who's like just, and I hate when this energy comes through, because it's like, can we talk about something more positive, you know what I mean? Like, why do people gotta be such haters, you know what I mean? And that could be something you're thinking, you're like, why is it getting so fucking hateful? But, you know, because the world we live in. All we can really do as individuals is like maintain our faith, maintain our hope, maintain our light, you know what I mean? That's all we can really do. And I feel like somebody's learning that, like, because I feel like somebody here has been trying to like force somebody else to respect them. They've been trying to force somebody to kind of like understand them or understand their point of view. And it's just a futile attempt, you know what I mean? Hello, welcome. I'm in two places at once. I already said that over here, but for those joining over here, hello, what's up? But yeah, it's the energy of like, you know, and I said this in a recent reading. Once again, I don't know when I'll post this, but I said this in a recent reading. Like, a lot of the times, the issues that we face are external. Yes, for sure. But at the same time, you still want to take responsibility for your part in it, and like your, you know what I mean? Like, yes, people are evil and people do evil things, but like at the same time, we have to protect ourselves and make sure that we are in alignment and doing what we need to be doing, you know? And it's a waste of energy to constantly be like, this person is a bad person, you're a bad person, why you keep messing with me? You know, the more mature thing to do, the more responsible thing to do would be like, you're a bad person, but I'm gonna like distance myself and I'm just gonna like let it go and I'm gonna forgive the situation because you're fucking stupid and you're not gonna fucking change. You know, and it's that sort of energy of just like letting it go. Maybe later down the line, like using your voice to kind of like, you know, speak truth to the situation, maybe for some of you, maybe one of you or something, but like, it's the energy of just forgiving the situation and moving away from the situation because you once again know that people involved are not going to change anytime soon, at least. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. Some of you could be dealing with a lot of different responsibilities that you're juggling at this time. Once again, we do have the Four of Swords coming in. Four of Swords. So there's the energy of getting rest. You know, if you've been feeling like you've been overworking yourself a little bit, like some of you are having a really hard time focusing, I feel like, at this time, and it's because you're working really hard, it's because you're not getting enough time to rest. For others of you, there's something coming through about hydration. I don't think that's for everybody, but there's something coming through about making sure to hydrate, making sure to put water into your body, you know. I didn't bring water out with me. And then we have the Four of Cups here. You might be seeing fours a lot, that might be relevant. We have the Four of Swords, Four of Cups, so that could be relevant. Also, somebody could be LGBT. I don't think that really matters, but it is coming through as something, so I don't know what that's about. It's not really relevant, but it could be relevant in to some degree. Somebody could be getting bullied for being gay or something. This might not be you, it might be somebody else, but 4444, let's go to Wendy's. But yeah, somebody's getting bullied for being gay. I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is. That could be somebody that you're related to, somebody that you care about. This could also be you, but I don't think it's you. If that resonates, it's not. You're not the one getting bullied. But there could also be something about being unaccepted or not being accepted because of your sexuality or something. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. But we do the Page of Swords as I stop shuffling. The Tower card, the Star, and the Strength. So there is a little bit of a curiosity when it comes to your situation. Like I feel like there's a bit of like curiosity when it comes to solving the situation, fixing the situation, resolving the situation. But obviously remembering that we can't control every single aspect of everything, confirmation, I guess. I don't know. And knowing when to fold, knowing when to like release your grip is definitely something. Oh my goodness, the cards are starting to fly away again. It's really windy. And I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna close this out. I hope this was useful to you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please make sure to engage with the video, whatever. If you have forgotten, I hope you remember, I hope you know that miracles happen all the freaking time. Hope you know Jesus loves you. Whatever you're going through is very temporary, simply for the simple fact of death. So keep your head up, keep your faith, and it's gonna be okay, man. It's gonna be alright. Bye. Okay, I'm done. Good morning. Hello, how are we doing? If anybody on here would like a card or whatever, you want to ask. Or if you just want to hang out, that's cool too. If you like a reading, information's in the description, whatever. I guess I could do a romance reading. I don't like doing romance readings, but I'm gonna do a romance little thing. I'm not reading. My sweater from the night we met. How sweet that you returned me. Oh, what a lovely sentiment. You said you'd contact me again. And what a strange coincidence. Your grandma died again. And I would send condolences. If one of my phone calls could just go. I'm sorry, this song's been stuck in my fucking head. I hate it. Okay. Good morning. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so I don't know exactly how this is going to go. I don't know what's going to come out, but this is going to be basically a love reading, a relationship reading, whoever is open to it, whoever is wanting it. If you want to take a deep breath, you can. You don't necessarily have to, but you can. 1, 2, 3. And then obviously at some point you let it go. That was a really weak. But what's going on for relationship, for love, whoever's here, whoever needs it, what's going on, what's some wisdom, what's some advice, what's some messages. We have the energies gaining momentum. I'm kind of getting the imagery of somebody who just has a crush. Somebody who's somebody who just has a crush. You have the Sagittarius energy, luck is on your side. The energy is gaining momentum. 1 second. Sorry for those over here. I'll focus over here. And I don't like being transparent in the sense that I'm like, oh yeah, let me tell you what I'm doing. So I'm sorry that I don't show you the cards, but good morning. I'm gonna cough. Excuse me. Okay. I just coughed, but it's out. So, whoever I'm talking to, I feel like you're not really in a relationship right now. Some of you might be. Obviously, this isn't going to resonate 110% of everybody here. But for most of you, whoever I'm talking to, you don't. I feel like you just have a crush. You have somebody that you're really interested in. Alternatively, there could be people that are interested in you, but you're kind of like. I don't think you're really thinking about relationships unless it's like in a. And this is, once again, this is not music for everybody, but I feel like you're not really thinking about relationships unless it benefits your career life. You know what I mean? And we have what do you need to release? For some of you, there is a need for you to kind of like take some time to reflect before. Oh my goodness, the car just fell out. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I guess I could have just stood up. I could have gotten up. I didn't need that. Oh my god. Okay, so the card did just fill out. I was gonna just put it back in the deck, but it's the Emperor, so that could be relevant. You could be the Emperor. You could be looking for an Emperor. However that resonates. But there's something about release. For some of you, there's something about releasing a specific person from your life. You know, for some of you, I think there's a friend. There's a person that you have that you call a friend that is not really a friend. And obviously, I don't know how big it is. And you should please use discernment when you're watching these. Please meditate on this, pray on it, whatever. But I feel like there's definitely at least one friend in your life who is not a good friend. And it's not just that they're not a good friend, they're also literally sucking you dry of your energy and making it close to impossible for you to like align with your goals. You know what I mean? The last reading I did was talking about like somebody who has specific goals, and I did mention that. I did say that there's like people in your life. There's a person in your energy who's trying to distract you, and it's like the same sort of energy, like similar energy, like somebody who wants to distract you, somebody who doesn't want you to get to your goals in whatever way. And it's like, obviously it's insecurity. Obviously it's because this person is insecure about themselves. But that's, you know what I mean? That's irrelevant. We do have New Moon in Aries. This person is very selfish. This person is very self-absorbed. Yeah, we have New Moon in Leo, New Moon in Scorpio. Very selfish, very aggressive. If you need traits on like who this person could be, you know what I mean? What's going on? What else can we say? What else? For relationships, for love at this time. Somebody's speaking up about a situation where they felt trapped. A love situation where they felt trapped. And I say love situation, it could also be a work situation where there was just a lot of love or perceived love, you know what I mean? Like it was like one of those, we're a family sort of environments, you know what I mean? And somebody's speaking up about that, I guess. With the Emperor card, I feel like whoever I'm talking to, yeah, there's a work situation. This isn't related to love or relationships, but there is a work situation coming towards you. This could also be somebody else. Somebody else could be a new job situation or a new job opportunity. And there is the message coming through about staying grounded, staying balanced in your energy, in your movements. Yeah, whoever I'm talking to, I do feel like you have a very potent energy. I do feel like you have the sort of energy that a lot of people would like to interact with. Hello, welcome from Australia. What's up? I'm in two places at once. I'm on live stream and also hearing this. But yeah, for you, I do feel like for some of you, there is a message about putting yourself first and prioritizing yourself. You know, because I feel like you, for a very long time, you've been committed to like overextending yourself for other people, overextending yourself for people who wouldn't necessarily do the same for you. You know, and I feel like you're getting to a place, if you haven't already, where you're just realizing, no, this isn't it. Like, I deserve a lot better than this, you know? Like, I give out a lot of myself, and I should be getting more of it in return, you know? And it's not about transactional energy. It's not about, like, I give you, you give me. It's about just understanding what you bring to any sort of relationship and, like, standing firm in that. You know what I mean? Because there will be people who tell you that your standards are too high. There will be people who tell you that you're asking for too much, but they're fucking stupid. They just don't have standards themselves. You know, the Page of Cups coming through. And so for some of you, I do feel like you are starting a new situation, a new relationship of sorts. But once again, there is that energy of staying grounded, staying balanced in what you already know and what you already know to be true. You know, about yourself and about the world, you know, heart stuff, basically, mostly. There's a coming this way. I don't think they're gonna say anything about it, because it's like really early, and I'm like, I don't know. Is that a cup? Is that just a regular? I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's a anyways, I got it. Also, the song that's been stuck in my head has been Such a Funny Way by Sabrina Carpenter, and it's basically a song about her being super delusional about this guy not liking her, you know what I mean? And so it's like she's saying, like, you have such a funny way of saying I love you, but really, if you look into the lyrics objectively, it's like he doesn't want anything to do with you, bro. And it's that sort of energy. That this could be somebody that you're attracted to, who's kind of being this could be somebody that you're like, that you know, that you talk to, that is feeling delusional about you. Somebody who's kind of like, they're obsessed with you, they love me, but secretly you're just kind of like there, you don't really care. Alternatively, this could be also the other way around, where you're being delusional about somebody else liking you, and you might label it as like manifestation or law of attraction. One thing about that, I say this, I've been saying this a lot recently, like, I very firmly believe in the law of attraction and like manifestation and stuff, but I do also believe in free will and not like thinking that your desire supersedes anybody else's free will. And I think this is a hard pill for some people to swallow. This might be a hard pill to swallow for whoever this Emperor energy is, like somebody who just thinks that they deserve everything that they want, who thinks that they're somewhat entitled to whatever that they want. And you know, to some degree, when it's not people, when it's not like You know what I mean? If it doesn't involve somebody's free will, yeah, sure. But when it involves somebody's free will, I think that's a completely different thing. And we could agree to disagree, but I just think ethically, morality-wise, like that's just something to consider. If you are interested in the law of attraction, if you are interested in the law of assumption and all that stuff, 1 second. Well, you also believe in cards telling your future, so your powers of logic and reasoning seem low, and you seem stupid because you don't understand me. Because I don't believe in telling the future. If you've been with me for any amount of time, you know that I say quite a lot that predicting the future is something that is possible, but it's really futile because the future is not set in stone. So your comment is really unnecessary. You know what I mean? Like, I get what you're coming from, but it seems like you're just trying to be mean. You know, seems like you don't actually understand how this all works, you know, because somebody who actually understands how this works doesn't try to predict the future, because once again, the future is not set in stone. So much love to you. Try again, maybe, if you're trying to knock me off. I don't know. Okay, I'm back. I had to explain some stuff to somebody. Okay, so and that might also be a thing for you. Like, you might be over-explaining yourself to people who don't really need an explanation, people who are dedicated to misunderstanding you. That could be a thing. You know, and it's really frustrating, but it's really just taking your energy. It's just really just, you know what I mean? You don't need to do that. You don't need to entertain idiots. You know, and when it comes to love, because it's supposed to be a love reading, I don't like doing love readings. Probably, I've said that before. I don't like doing love readings, because I think a lot of the times relationships are distractions, and this is something I do firmly believe. I do believe that a lot of people get into relationships, and it's like a distraction from their greater purpose. You know, when you're dealing with that really emotional, volatile guy who like continuously disrespects your creativity, it's like that's obviously a distraction. And your validation, your need for validation, your need to be in companionship distracts you from seeing the truth. You know what I mean? It's like we're sent here for more than just love. Oh my goodness. There was an alarm that came on. I'm doing the thing that the alarm said, so it's funny. Hey Jojo, I can pull your card. Give me a second. You're asking questions, but it doesn't really seem like you're actually open to the information or the answer. Jojo, I can definitely pull your card. Give me a second. I just have to finish this. I personally think that a higher purpose, a greater purpose is self-appointed. You have to wake up and realize how fucked up the world is and want to make it better. You know, I think that's how that works for the most part. And yes, I do believe in gods and spirits, but I also believe that we have our own sovereignty and we are our own individual people, and we should, like, you know what I mean, make decisions for ourselves and not based off of the gods and the spirits. However, the spirits are also constantly influencing us, so that's also a thing that you can't really escape. But what does the universe want you to know about AJ and love? Can I trust him? I feel like he's hiding. I mean, if you don't already trust him, then you probably already answered your question. You can't trust him because you don't trust him. But I can pull you a card. I can pull you one of the love messages cards. Actually, I can't because I didn't bring that. Why would you believe there are gods and spirits? Is there any evidence to split? Shut up, dude. You sound annoying. You sound like a buzzkill. You don't. Science is just. How do I say this? Science is literally just a way to explain phenomenon that otherwise can't be explained. You know what I mean? Like if you look into it, like there is scientific understanding. Like the government literally did illegal tests on this back in the 80s. Like, what are you talking about? Like they literally did tests on like higher dimensions and other it's really lengthy, and it talks about like accessing higher levels of consciousness and like, you know, telepathy and shit like that. So I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what your game is, but like there's been evidence on this sort of stuff. You know, you just have to look in the right directions. I'm gonna start ignoring you. Okay, I'm gonna finish this reading and then I'm gonna pull a card for JoJo because you're pissing me off. Okay, I'm gonna finish this reading. Okay, all right. So, once again, I started this off by addressing somebody who is like possibly single and just has a crush. But if you watched and you're not single, then I guess this applied to you in some way. I don't know, but like, there's that energy of dedication and commitment. Like if you're wanting to not be single, having that dedication, having that commitment to like continuously put yourself out there, continuously, you know what I mean? And then for closing messages, I hope you know Jesus loves you. I hope you know miracles happen all the freaking time. Whatever you're going through is very temporary. and it will come to a close at some point. And keep the faith. Remember to stay hydrated, drink lots of water, and be safe. Bye. Oh, my goodness. Veritas, you're stupid. Because you're stupid. Because I literally just said you could look it up. It's called the Stargate Project. It was done in the 80s, and they definitely did extensive tests on like telepathy and higher dimensions and shit like that. So, love you trying to make me feel stupid. You sound stupid. Anyways, good morning, Jojo. Are you still here? Let me know you're still here. I'll pull your card. Oh my God, we got a troll in the chat. I don't know if I should just block him or like mute him or whatever. I don't know. I have a soft spot for the trolls, so as long as you're somewhat entertaining and not like super duper annoying, I don't know. But you're kind of pissing me off. There's more for JoJo Spirit. What do we need to know about JoJo when it comes to AJ? What goes on for JoJo? What goes on for JoJo? I don't need to say this, but if you look up the etymology of my name, it literally talks about truth and wisdom. So I don't know what you think this is. Like literally, if you look up the etymology of my name, it talks about truth and wisdom. So, and I don't need to say that. I'm just falling prey to your bait, I guess. What's going on for AJ, and what do we need to do about AJ? What's going on with AJ? What do we need to know about AJ? And JoJo, AJ and JoJo. We have, oh shit, I didn't mean to put any cards. We have Pisces energy. All of these are teal. So we have the heart chakra, but also the throat. So there could be something about communicating how you feel. We have Pisces energy. Nothing is yet set in stone. Do not let your past hold you back. What did you ask me specifically? Let me see. What words did you say? What does the universe want you to know about AJ and love? Can I trust him? Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Nothing is yet set in stone. Do not let your past hold you back. What do you need to release? Can you trust him? I mean, once again, like I said, you said you feel like he's hiding something. You already don't trust him. So, like, there's something there. Whether or not it's him, there's something there for you to, like, uncover and to, like, look into. You know what I mean? Because trauma is definitely one of those things that prevents us from finding the things that we want, having the things that we want. Whether it's money, whether it's love, whether it's whatever, you know, that trauma that we're not addressing, that trauma that we refuse to acknowledge, you know what I mean? He's a Pisces. Ooh, period, love that. Oh no, almost lost a card forever. Almost lost 3 wands, it's crazy. What's going on? Can we trust him? Spirit, can I get a clear, accurate answer, please? What's going on with, can we trust? Is this person a trustworthy person? Is this person trustworthy? Is this person trustworthy? There is an immaturity here. I don't think that he's a bad person. I don't think that he's somebody that is dangerous necessarily, but there's an immaturity here. Page of Cups, Knight of Swords. So, Stargate Project outcome. The results were inconsistent, couldn't be replicated under controlled conditions. After review, that's because they did unethical means to get the results. That's why they said that, because they did illegal things to get those results. They didn't want anybody clocking them or like suing them. And if you look up the document, it's very in depth. Regardless of what the results were, like if you look at the document, it says some pretty heavy shit. Also, good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hope you're well. But yeah, JoJo. With this person, I don't think that they're necessarily dangerous. I just think that they're a little bit lacking in maturity, and that's something you should be wary of. You know, obviously, I don't know what your maturity is, but it seems like that's what they say, but literally, it was illegal. Like, they did illegal things, that they forced people to participate. Excuse me. What it says and what can be proven are the key differences. Well, have you tried it? Have you tried it? Have you sat down and tried meditating and accessing higher realms of consciousness? Have you tried it? The thing that you refute, have you tried it? Have you taken the time to try the channel? I mean, maybe you have. Maybe you understand more than I do. I don't know. But good morning. Hello. Welcome to this journey. What's up? How's it groovy? What's it going? I hope that was helpful, JoJo. I hope it's something useful. I don't know. kind of disappeared. If anybody's interested in the card pull, if you have any questions, whatever, you're welcome to ask. If you want to be a heckler, I guess you could be a heckler because you can do whatever you want. Because free will is a beautiful thing. Fabulous. Fabulous is good. Are you feeling like Sharpay Evans? I almost said Sharpay Tuesday. Are you feeling like Sharpay Tuesday? May you have a general. If you'd like a reading, if you'd like me to go in depth, you can pay for a reading. If you don't want to pay the full price, you can also just donate any amount, and that's cool too. I did put my Cash App in the description. Hey, awesome. I'm glad that it was helpful. But yeah, if anybody's interested in a full reading, you're welcome to pay for a reading, whatever. People have claimed out-of-body experiences when flat-finding. Let me approach this from a different angle, because I'm approaching this from the angle of like you're being rude and you're trying to piss me off, and maybe that's not your intention. So I'm gonna like, because maybe that's not your intention, and even if it is your intention, fuck you. I don't care. Yet after a large study where signs were posted on top of cabinets at hospitals or really. I don't know what to say about it. I'm at a loss for words. Jojo, did you change your mind? Do you not want to take a reading? I would understand if you don't, but spirits, we have no reason to believe. Spirits is there's no consciousness outside of the mind, as far as we can tell. As far as you can tell, friend. But there's definitely been people who have looked into this. May I have a general on what the guides want me to know? Yeah, sure. What's going on with Eastside Girl? Spirit, what's going on with Eastside Girl? Uptown Girl. Why is that in my head? What's going on with Eastside Girl? What do we need to hear, Spirit? What's going on with Eastside Girl? What's going on with Eastside Girl? Eastside. Eastside. Are you a singer? Because I feel like I'm in such a singing mood. Tuning into your energy. Believe in the impossible. Have faith. Have trust. Have trust, have faith, and expect powerful changes. That's what comes out for you. I don't know all the details, but it seems like maybe there's a person that you're dealing with who's very prideful, very annoying, very frustrating. And I'm not projecting. Literally, we have the Leo energy. Don't let pride get in your way. It's Gemini. Stress to the max. Oof, I feel you. I feel you for sure. And it might boil down to like one person or a group of people, whatever, messing with you. I tried to I'm gonna cough. What? You want to leave for your peace? Yeah, that makes sense. Salud. You want to leave for your peace. What's going on for Eastside Girl? Can I get one more card for advice, for wisdom? Spirit, what's going on? Oh, 2 cards. Okay, fuck you. We have the World card, that peace energy. You said peace. This is the energy of peace, the energy of completion. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles. And so there is a message coming through about what you desire, you have to feed into it. You know what I mean? Nothing substantial ever grows from just thinking about it. You also have to put energy towards it. Like you have to work towards it. You know what I mean? And one thing, I don't know all the details, but cleanse might be helpful. That might be useful. But yeah, the energy of like, you know, feeding into whatever you desire, you know. Oh my goodness. What is it? We love a nice heckler, don't we? We love a nice heckler. Having a business, ooh, period. Well, once again, dedication, passion, commitment, you know, all these things. Regardless of your circumstance, just having that faith and having that trust that what you're putting into will eventually come to fruition, you know what I mean? But that's what I have for you. I pulled too many cards. Would I be successful if I do it? I think it's possible. If you like a reading, I could definitely do a reading for you. But I think it's possible. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to just say yes. You know what I mean? I think it's dependent on you. I think anything's possible as long as you put into it. Most High said behave. It's because your approach, Veritas. It's because your approach. I don't know how you can't understand that. If you could ask a question that challenged my beliefs in a way that was respectful, then I would have a respectful answer. But it doesn't seem like you're being very respectful. So that's kind of where we're at. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you put in is what you get out. You're not giving me something to work with, and I'm trying my best to like maintain my energy, but it's like you're not giving me anything useful to work with. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to us joining. How's it going? Enchanted Star, you're amazing. I appreciate your presence. Thank you. But yeah, if anybody's interested in reading, it's $20, or you can donate if you don't want to pay the full amount. That's cool too. If asking true questions seem disrespectful, then what says I can't. I have to believe that you're obtuse and that there's no brain in your head, because that's not what I said. I said the way that you're asking. You can ask questions, but there's always a way to ask. There's a respectful way to ask anything, you know. And if you refuse to see that, then you're just the problem, and you just don't know your problem. You're the problem, and you don't know that you're the problem. You're probably the type of person who goes around saying, "I'm just being real. I'm just being real. I'm just telling the truth." Okay, you can tell the truth without being an asshole. Like, come on. No matter what one says, there's only resistance. That's a philosophy. That's a philosophy. That's a philosophy. You know, it's another philosophy, Hakuna Matata. You know what it means? It means no worries for the rest of your days. That's what it means. Also, the cop car parked behind me, it kind of scared the fuck out of me. Ad hominems. I actually haven't seen Shawshank Redemption. That's funny. Hello. If I was up here, but I don't think I can do that because I didn't when I first started the live. I don't know. Hakuna Matata. It means no worries for the rest of the days. That's my problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. I love how you spelled it slightly incorrect, but we're not going to talk about it. I'm sorry, the Virgo in me. I'm sorry. The Virgo in me. What's your sign, Veritas? If that even is your name. I don't think that's your name, but what's your sign? Do you care about astrology signs? You're probably going to tell me something about how astrology signs are like demonic or something. That's my problem philosophy. My other phone is about to die. I don't necessarily feel attacked. I just feel disrespected slightly, which I think I'm handling it pretty well. You know what I mean? But like, it's not necessarily that I feel attacked. I just feel like you're being disrespectful about it. You know, and I'm letting it slide because I appreciate having my mental challenge. I appreciate having a good discourse. But I'm just letting you know that the way that you're going about it is somewhat disrespectful. When you're talking about somebody's personal beliefs, like that's why people say don't talk about religion, don't talk about politics, because it's a very sensitive subject for some people. And thankfully for me, it's not, because this is what I do. You know what I mean? This is what I do. Hey, Brussels sprouts, good morning. Hope you're well. Shouldn't you be in school? I did call you obtuse, and I stand by that. I think you're being very obtuse. It's an observation, not an insult. It's an observation. There's a difference. Like, my observation is that you're being very obtuse and you don't genuinely understand the context of what you're saying. That's an observation, not an insult. You don't have to believe in anything. It's about choice. Yes. And even though you're being obtuse, I'm still giving you the grace of responding to your comments and not, like, you know, muting you like I could, you know. So there's something about that, you know. And we can agree to disagree. If you don't feel like you're being disrespectful, you can believe whatever you want to believe. But like, I'm telling you, from my perspective, the way that you came into the chat was a little bit like, maybe your approach could have been a little bit different, you know? It's not about placating my feelings. It's not about being a soft, like, flower or whatever. It's about just being considerate and being respectful. Like, I don't know, man. Like, the golden rule is like the most important rule, I think. Treat other people how you would like to be treated. And if you don't understand that, then yeah, you're being obtuse. Then would it be okay to be, you can call me whatever you want, but it wouldn't be true because I'm not. I'm a very skeptical person. I used to be a super atheist before this moment. Like, I've talked about it publicly. I used to be a super atheist. Like, I used to be very against the church, very against major religion, and to some degree I still am, but I have a little bit more compassion now because people need something to believe in, you know? So you could call me whatever you want, but it just wouldn't be true because I, you know thyself. You know. What if I just went through the signs? I don't want to go through the signs. I don't have the energy to do that. It's all windy and shit. Like the cards keep flying everywhere. I don't want to do that. But yeah, you could call me gullible. You could call me whatever you want. What changed your mind? You could have been a bad atheist. I'm fucking screaming. That's so funny. What changed my mind? Honestly, I was always open to new information. I was always open to changing my mind. You know, originally I was born a Christian, and I very much so tried. I tried to do that. I prayed very, very, very diligently. I very much so was a believer. And then high school hit, and I was like, okay, this isn't really working for me. I don't feel like there's a connection here. So then I became an atheist. I was like, there's nothing, we just die, and you know. And that lasted for maybe a year, maybe a few months, I don't know. And then I became an agnostic atheist, and I was like, okay, maybe there's something, but who's to say? And then over time, I started getting experiences and having experiences that I was like, you know, obviously there's something greater than me. Like, I can't refute that because of what I'm looking at, because of what I'm experiencing. Like, that's, you know, and even, I will say, even in middle school, there was a moment in middle school where I did pray, back when I was a Christian. There was a bully that I had, and I prayed for him to go away. And dead ass, he moved schools. Like, I don't know where he went, I don't know what happened to him, but he disappeared, he left. And so, that was when I was a Christian, but that's how I knew prayer was real. Like, that's how I knew that like manifestation was a thing, because I prayed for somebody to disappear and they disappeared. You know what I mean? The compelling evidence, argument from incredulity. I mean, that's the thing though about having a relationship with the divine. That's the thing. It's a personal relationship. You know, having a relationship with God. It's a personal. Everybody's relationship is different, and so technically, who am I to say that my experience is any more correct than anybody else's? I will say that because it's my experience, but like, who am I in the grand scheme of it to be like, my experience is better? When you go tit for tat, that's being argumentative. Factual information is debate. Queries to make a person just feel, yes, because gnosis is, it's a personal experience. Like, whatever you're experiencing, that is your experience. You know, a relationship requires feedback. Yeah, I guess you're giving me a lot of feedback. So is this a relationship? Are we dating? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. that was, I'm sorry. But are we dating? Is that what's going on? Because you're giving me a lot of feedback. It's undesirable feedback, but Enchanted Star, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your presence. I hope that this debate isn't necessarily like ruining the whole overall vibe. I hope it's not. Excuse me. No, when people claim a God relationship, they aren't getting any real feedback. Okay. If that's how you feel. The sun is too bright. It's not even out yet, but it's too bright. Oh, beautiful. How does one determine which questions are actually aimed at learning? That rhymed. Did you notice that rhyme? Determine learning. Ooh, you're a rhymer. He's a poet. He didn't even know it, bro. What the heck? I just left my stuff over there. I hope that wasn't a stupid idea. I don't think it was, but look at this. It's beautiful, and also you can see the moon. The moon's out. It's cool. It's awesome. Also, you can't see it, but 444 on the timer thingy. How are you guys spending your morning? Have you guys done your stretching or whatever yet? Or like, I don't know. How are you guys spending your morning? Determine and learning do not. I love you so much. You're amazing. I'm jokingly saying don't ever change, but at the same time, maybe you should consider it. But I appreciate you. You're fun. I imagine you would be really good in bed and really annoying at the same time. But that's neither here nor there. Nobody has to know. The sun is over there. The moon is over there. Are we in eclipse? Is it eclipse season? What's going on? It's a beautiful view. Gorgeous. When did I attack you? Did I attack you by saying that? What, was it because I flirted with you? Was it because I said we'd be good in bed? Is that what you're offended at? Is it because you want to sleep with me and you can't? Because we're in two different states? I'm in the state of joy and you're in the state of misery? I'm sorry. It wouldn't work, man. You're too low for me. You're steeped in logic and logical fallacies and stuff. You have such a funny way of saying you love me. I love that song. I've been playing that song on repeat. Whew. Gotta shake off that negative energy, man. You know, gotta shake off that negative energy. Whew. Cause what the heck? Also, my laptop now has a bunch of things on it. It's like very nasty. Shake off the. It's funny. I wish you were a little bit nicer, but I appreciate you as you are. It's funny. It's funny. It's entertaining. Woo! And that's the thing about violence and like bad TV. It's entertaining. You know, it's not really factual, but it's entertaining. You know. Back to believing things based off feelings and superstitions. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get off of here. I'll be back at some point. I don't know. I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day. If you want to. If you want to have a bad day, you can have a bad day, I guess. But I hope you have a nice day or whatever. And I hope you, I don't know. A blueberry banana smoothie. Oh my God, love that. That's amazing. But yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day. Stay groovy. Bye.